Okay. Okay.
Hi guys, Max here for IGN News. Ubisoft has revealed that it plans to release 4 major titles in the next fiscal year, which will include the return of Assassin's Creed and Far Cry. As part of its 2017 fiscal year earnings report, Ubisoft confirmed that both Assassin's Creed and Far Cry will return in the 2017 to 2018 fiscal year release window, which runs from April 1st, 2017 to March 31st, 2018. No other details were provided, however, a recent leak appeared to offer players a first glimpse at the next major Assassin's Creed game, which reports suggest will take place in ancient Egypt. A Far Cry 5 logo has also been revealed via the Ubisoft forums, the lettering all white with red and blue bordering. No other information about the next numbered entry has been revealed as of this time. The series last saw release in 2016 with the non-numbered entry Far Cry Primal, which saw the franchise head back to prehistoric times. Also mentioned were South Park The Fractured But Whole and Crew 2. The South Park Fractured But Whole is the sequel to 2014's The Stick of Truth, and I still can't believe we're having to say that title with a straight face. The game was originally scheduled for release the first quarter of this year, but has since been delayed to 2018. As for the Crew 2, no other details aside from a logo were provided, but it's safe to assume that it probably involves automobiles. Expect more news from Ubisoft at E3, and for all your gaming news, stay tuned to IGN.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment is here. Since its debut in 2007, it has attracted hundreds of millions of fans worldwide. I'm talking about Assassin's Creed.
Peggy 12. See? It works! I could see through the walls. What? Bollocks to that, you just heard his footstep. No, I'm deaf in one ear, remember Sao Paulo? Alright, the trombone player. Yeah, the one-armed trombone player. But now that AJ's here, he can settle our little disagreement. Indeed he can, but he's our guest, so let us be cordial. This one's a lovely jubbly. We call it Oculus Spliff. That you see through the walls of perception. But you'll need a topper with that one, mate. I don't remember doing that.
Unfortunately, I do.
Oh, God! Ow, how did you... How did it... Oh, God, it's worse than I remember.
Right, we're only 30 seconds in. It gets much worse.
Oh! I see my little concoction worked out for you.
Our concoction?
Ow, that's right.
You drugged me.
We offered, will you accept it?
Right, you still have all your bits and bobs. No harm, no foul.
Besides, now you have the recipe.
Right, and you can glean the benefits of its effects anytime you want.
Like a superpower.
Exactly. And there's plenty more where that came from. You just come on back to us the next time you need a little kick, yeah? Until then, shall we?
matzo ball.
A champion returns. Defending that rebel camp saved a lot of lives.
You guys put me in a difficult position.
Amita would have let our people die, and for what? For intel that we may or may not have needed? The right choice was obvious, brother. It's what your father would have done. That's the golden path. That's the direction we were going before Mohan died. That's why I stepped up. Because I knew your father, and I respected his vision.
And where does Amita fit into all this?
Look, I'll be the first to give her credit. But you don't need two heads. Not if you want to get work done. That's something your father taught me. You need to learn what drove him, what drives us. Go to the monastery.
Amita's honey pots, or have you been dazzled by Sabal's flowing locks and bad boy jawline? Hey, each to his own. That's your lifestyle choice to make. It isn't my cup of tea, contrary to the rash assumptions some may make about my appearance. I am indeed batting for the other team. You more than most should know that there was only ever one woman for me, my boy.
I think we should use a new word for undesirable. Shorten the word undesirable and just call it undies. Yeah, undies. Because undies rhymes with chuddies. And both of those things I don't like. I don't like dirty chuddies, and I definitely don't like undies. So we should call it undies. Like, hey, there's an undie coming over there. Let's stay away from him. Hey, the guy's dirty chuddies. Let's stay away from him. Both of these things are one and the same. Let's get back to the music. Sorry for talking about the whole farting thing, Chotu, but I mean, honestly, you do have a gas problem. You gotta take care of that, man.
So I tell him, figure he's going to get angry.
Ajay, namaste. Raju is waiting for you inside.
Namaste. Ah, the son of the great Mohan. Sabal tells me you're ready to learn what inspired your father. Banashur, God of gods, sang the world into existence. For that, we give him thanks. We thank the gods for giving us life. Please, take an offering basket. A candle reminds us that growth only comes with a willingness to step beyond our usual boundaries.
as tenuous and fleeting as a wisp of sweet-smelling smoke. The incense represents our mortality. Life without emotion is no life at all. But a life controlled by emotion is to be consumed by it. Add the powder.
The gods bless us with wisdom, and we collect them in the prayer wheel to purify ourselves from bad thoughts. Spin the wheel.
Sabal speaks highly of you. He asked you be allowed to see this. Yalum, the great demon, resides in all people. He brings false promise and burns hope. The goat dies to keep Yalung asleep and sated. We are a spiritual people. Your father understood, but more than that, he inspired others by his deeds. Think hard on what you see, Najee. You see? This is what happens when people abandon religion, Ajay. It could have been so much worse. Thank you. Ajay, happy you're back.
Sabal. The army attacked the monastery, but I drove them off.
Thank you, you were there, brother. That place is a symbol for our people. They need to see stability. Your father understood that. He could have used more men like you in the war.
Because this is a hard land. They see them all around, but they forget that Kira and Banishore help us through this. The best part of the arena is crowd.
You're tuned into Radio Free Kira. So as you guys know, Pagan is using the now defunct local tea distributor Kyra Tea as the center for Paul DeFleur's opium business. What? I wonder if that's fooling anyone in the law enforcement community abroad. I mean, DeFleur is using the same trucks, the same farms, the same warehouses, and all that stuff still has the same old Kyra Tea logos. Thank you, Captain Obvious. I guess it doesn't matter out here. It's not like we have the same sort of anti-narcotics agencies here. There's no DEA like they have in the States, no NNCC like they have in China, and they don't even care that we know they're dealing drugs. Like that'd be one step too far after.
Hey, I'd like to talk to you.
Ah! Eagle!
You're the one who saved me before. I thought it was a trick. But it's not.
Cut us free, please.
This place was a good place. Now it's Noor's den of sin.
I don't see what...
Thank Kira you came.
What? Help! Help! Help!
You're going to do great, darling. But I really need you to push this one. If you finish early, I'll give you an extra percentage on your royalty check. to do great, darling. But I really need you to push this one. If you finish early, I'll give you an extra percentage on your royalty check. Going to do great, darling. But I really need you to push this one. If you finish early, I'll give you an extra percentage on your royalty check. You're going to do great, darling. But I really need you to push this one. If you finish early, I'll give you an extra percentage on your royalty check. darling. But I really need you to push this one. If you finish early, I'll give you an extra percentage on your royalty check.
If he's a rebel, he may get found out. Well, he's certainly wearing a mask.
Darling, but I really need you to push this one. If you finish early, I'll give you an extra percentage on your royalty check.
where worldwide with more than 75,000 attacks reported. Now, this particular map right here shows where the attacks are taking place, with 99 countries now affected by this virus. That's according to security software company Avast. The malware displays a screen demanding $300 in the cyber currency Bitcoin from the owners of the affected computers. So let's have a look. How does this ransomware work? Now, it locks the device, a computer, smartphone, or a tablet, and then demands money to unlock it. It encrypts the hard drive so you can't retrieve any data stored there. And even if you pay the ransom, that doesn't guarantee you will get all your data back. In the UK, it's targeted state-run hospitals, and companies from the USA, Spain, and Portugal were also hacked during this attack.
A number of NHS organizations have reported to NHS Digital that they have been affected by a ransomware attack. NHS Digital is working closely with the National Cybersecurity Centre, the Department of Health, and NHS England to support affected organizations and ensure patient safety is protected.
Like many other companies, FedEx is experiencing interference with some of our Windows-based systems caused by malware. We're implementing remediation steps as quickly as possible.
We were the target of an attack, like what is happening in all of Europe, a large-scale attack, but none of our services were affected.
Telefonica detected a cybersecurity incident affecting the PCs of some employees within the company's internal corporate network. Telefonica immediately activated the security protocols for this type of incident in order to resolve the problem as soon as possible.
This is absolutely unprecedented, and it does seem to have a lot of people spooked. The National Security Services, they sent a very technical report advising people the usual precautions, but also not to give in or pay any of the ransoms. There have been tweets by the thousands all day from people saying that they were employees in these particular companies, all major companies including banks, who've later categorically denied it, but the employees sent out a lot of unconfirmed reports saying that the attack was actually quite massive.
Our correspondents in London and Washington have more on who could be responsible for the tools used in the attacks.
Well, what started as a fairly local, then a national incident affecting just NHS computer systems rapidly turned into a massive global incident. Hospitals and GP surgeries across the UK, here in North, the South East and London have been affected with hospitals and GP surgeries being unable to access patient records, their telephone systems, or even some X-ray equipment. They've been forced to turn away many patients from their routine appointments and told people only to come in strictly for emergency situations, even ambulances being rediverted to other locations. Now, information so far indicates that this is a criminal incident. The National Crime Agency, the National Cybersecurity Centre have so far ruled out an attack or interference by a foreign power, which we've heard allegations, of course, over the last weeks and months leveled at certain countries. They have ruled that out, and an NHS spokesman had this to say on exactly what's been going on and what's being done right now to tackle this incident.
Thanks at the moment supporting organisations to manage the incident, and we'll continue to communicate with our colleagues and share the information as more comes available. At the moment, we've got 16 organisations that have been affected by the issue, but there's no more I can say about what the actual damage is.
Now, information so far indicates that this is a malware called WANA Decryptor. As you said earlier, it's a program which effectively hijacks the computer system used by the user, demanding a ransom, in this case $300 in bitcoins, to be sent to an online wallet before the data is released. The big concern, of course, among people and patients here has been the access to data. The NHS system contains much sensitive information, from medical records to national insurance numbers, payment details. There was a lot of concern about if that had been exposed. So far, NHS sources say there's no evidence to suggest that that has happened. Nevertheless, though, a very concerning incident both here in the UK and across the wider world. As the Prime Minister Theresa May said, this was not an attack specifically targeting the NHS, but as part of a much wider, major global incident, something unprecedented really in the last few months and years of cyber attacks.
In response to the hacking attack, we have world-famous whistleblower Edward Snowden speaking up on Twitter. He writes, "Whoa, NSA decision to build attack tools targeting U.S. software now threaten the lives of hospital patients." It seems he's referring to the fact that this technology that's being used, this malware software known as ransomware that encrypts data and then demands ransom in order to give the data back to the institution or individual being hacked. It's known as ransomware, and it was developed by the U.S. government. The NSA, the National Security Agency, apparently developed this software with their own research and with their own investigations and financed projects, and it was then leaked onto the internet by shadow brokers, which is a shady group that has been leaking NSA hacking tools onto the internet. So it seems this is also not the first time that ransomware has been used. Apparently, ransomware has affected, it's been used against hospitals and telecommunications companies in Europe, in Russia, in various parts of Asia, and even in Los Angeles. Just over a year ago, a hospital in Los Angeles was targeted with a ransomware attack and paid over $17,000 in ransom to get its encrypted information back. So apparently this is happening all over the world, and this is technology that was developed by the National Security Agency, by the U.S. government agency said to protect the security of Americans. The National Security Agency developed this software, and it's now being used by criminals around the world to demand ransom. Very, very interesting discovery and development.
RT correspondent Miguel Francis Santiago spoke with us earlier about how the media's obsession with Russia may have distracted attention from real threats.
Really surprising for many people in this particular story is that for quite a long time we've heard Russian hackers, Russian hackers, Russian hackers. No details, just that they're hackers and they're Russian and they influence elections and whatnot. But today, 74 nations, 45,000 attacks and counting, fell victim to an unprecedented attack. I mean, we've never seen anything of this magnitude. Now, have we? Who's behind these attacks? We don't know. But see, this sort of attack shows that sometimes it's not good to run after this sort of Russian hacking boogeyman, preparing for the supposed Russian hacking threat. And what happens in the end? Well, countries tend to overlook other threats because their attention is shifted to something else. Russia's Ministry of Internal Affairs came under attack. Windows-operated computers of the ministry, almost 1,000 of them have been affected and blocked immediately. And the virus is localized as of now, and work is being done to remove it. Also, Russian major telecom provider Megafon has been attacked as well, with their PR director, Mr. Lidov, telling us the attack as it happened when their call centers experienced a shutdown because all the computers were all of a sudden hit with a screen asking for $300 in ransom, or all the information would be deleted. Now, as far as right now, the situation in Megafon is stable. They're back online and fully operational with no financial losses as of yet, just the call center temporary shutdown for the customers calling in. Also, Wimpelcom, another major telecom company in Russia, also has been hit, but successfully defended itself against the attacks, as we know so far. Now, according to the Kaspersky Lab report, a lot more companies have succumbed to this attack, and perhaps not all are going public yet, but we will keep you updated as we know more.
For more on the attacks, we can now speak live to John Safa, who is a former hacker. Welcome to the program here on RT International. Now, how was this attack able to impact so many countries? Aren't computers somehow protected with antivirus software, or can hackers always find a way around these defenses?
From what I'm hearing, and I think I actually was on your show a month ago, and I said my gravest concern is the information that's leaking from the NSA and the WikiLeaks information actually educates a lot of hackers into quite sophisticated attack techniques. And the way this has spread is there's been a backdoor found in Windows that has allowed other machines to be infected very easily without having to send files around, which normally is what happens when a virus attacks. How this is proliferated in the organizations is via documents or content that has malicious malware embedded in it. And it's very difficult to actually trace because we all use content in our daily lives.
But could you give some kind of advice to our viewers on how to possibly defend themselves from these kind of attacks?
Yeah, I think obviously you just have to use common sense. The greatest security threats actually are from human behavior. So opening files that you've been sent that look suspicious. I think also what I understand is that some of the machines in question haven't been upgraded with the latest patches of Microsoft Windows, which allowed the threat to spread much more faster. So obviously it's keeping things up to date, and obviously, you know, being aware when you're online that content that is sent to you sometimes isn't safe.
Well, we've heard from several reports that tools developed by the NSA could be responsible. Would the hackers need any special knowledge to use this kind of technology?
No, not at all. I mean, I think, you know, if you think about it, some of the security organizations have very detailed information into vulnerabilities into both hardware and software that we run on a daily basis. And, you know, obviously they're educating hackers that typically wouldn't have the technical savvy abilities to be able to break into these things. And so obviously they accelerate their knowledge and also exploit vulnerabilities that leaked documents provide. So it's a significant issue when hackers do get this kind of information.
Well, the files stored on hacked computers are said to be inaccessible until the ransom is paid, but it should be paid in bitcoins. Why bitcoins?
Because bitcoins are anonymous. I mean, you know, if you have to transfer some money to a bank account, then obviously you have banking details, and it's very easy to shut that hole down. Bitcoins is a little bit more anonymous, and it's more harder to trace where that money's going to.
All right, now we've seen a wide range of targets from hospitals in the UK up to Russia's Ministry of Internal Affairs. All these targets have been hit. Is it strange from your perspective that we're seeing such a wide range of these targets?
I'm not surprised. I think the vulnerability that was found was, you know, exposed a very big hole to allow this thing to spread. I actually also think the hackers probably didn't anticipate it going this far. This is typically what happens is they find a really good hole and then obviously exploit it, but this thing has gone so viral so quickly. And we've seen these in the past with viruses that spread very quickly, but obviously computer systems and mobile systems are so much prevalent in our lifestyles now that it is going to spread much faster. Doesn't surprise me whatsoever, to be honest.
All right, thank you so much for sharing your insight with us here on RT International. That was John Safa, a former hacker. Thank you again.
Hi, in this video I'm going to execute
computers, and we're gonna put WannaCrypt on, or WannaCry on every single Microsoft OS back to Windows 95. And then we're going to try it on Ubuntu, just because. I have it right here on this CD. Don't try this at home. I'm what you call a professional. At least I call myself a professional. Let's see how this works. We'll start with Windows 10. Hello. We're going to run WannaCry on this Windows 10 machine. And we have pictures that we're going to see what happens when they get encrypted. Like this one.
Beautiful.
And this one. And this one. We also have some text files. All right.
I'm not the server guy.
Oh. Well, Windows single Microsoft OS back to Windows 95. Then we're going to try it on Ubuntu, just because. I have it right here on this CD. Don't try this at home. I'm what you call a professional. At least I call myself a professional. Let's see how this works. We'll start with Windows 10. Hello. We're going to run WannaCry on this Windows 10 machine. And we have pictures that we're going to see what happens when they get encrypted. Like this one.
Beautiful.
And this one. And this one. We also have some text files. All right. Oh, and I turned off Defender. Otherwise it catches it. So if you have Windows 10 and Defender, you're fine. Oh, dang it. It did work. Okay. I wonder if I left it on, if it would still work. Look at all this stuff it creates in the folder.
How beautiful.
No, thank you.
Yes.
No. This is awesome.
I'll never see my beautiful photo again.
Oh, it has it in a bunch of different languages.
Of course. So you can pay them wherever you're from.
Please read me. How can I trust? Don't worry about the decryption. We will decrypt your files surely, because nobody will trust us if we cheat users. Oh, there's our decryptor window. I just covered it up. Oh man, we have like 7 hours left. Or is that 7 days? That's 7 days. No? Yeah. Okay. Contact us. Send a message. You guys think.
You should have sent them the crying face emoji.
Oh, I should have.
Send them another message.
Okay. Well, I think these pictures. Oh, it puts a WN cry at the end. No. I wonder if I can just rename it.
Try it.
Say hi. All right, now we're going to open it on Windows 8. We have our beautiful pictures again.
Did you close Defender?
Huh. One a decryptor. So wait, what is this supposed to do? Please find it in any folder or restore from antivirus quarantine.
It's in every folder now? They just...
Yeah, it's right here. So what happens if we run this?
600
$600 what?
dollars worth of Bitcoin. It was 300 on the last one.
Oh, so I guess it wants more if you have a crappy operating system.
Oh, the payment was already raised? Oh, uh-oh.
1970?
That's just time 0.
Oh, that's time 0?
Yeah,
So I wonder if this isn't designed for Windows 8.
yeah, that's really interesting.
Okay. Everything seems to be encrypted again. Decrypt, please.
Sorry.
Hey now, if you want to decrypt all your files. I wonder if there's a way to trick it.
Check payment? Oh, is this what it's...
Is this the background? This is the background. Like that?
Yeah. The opening is due to...
Oh, we could first. Oh, that's mean. America. What if we like switch through the photos? We can still. Oh.
No.
Oh, we could for a second.
It did work.
We should show them Frisk one more time. No, that's not him. I wonder what happens if we keep it open while we run it.
Let's try it.
I wonder if it even works though. Oh, look at that.
Discard?
Yeah.
You actually have to...
Oh, it worked though.
It did work.
But we still have Frisk open. Bet you if we closed it, it wouldn't work anymore.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Wait, I have to take a picture of that.
Oh, that's mean. America. What if we like switch through the photos? We can still. Oh.
No.
Oh, we could for a second. Works on XP. You are not safe.
Deep looks fine.
Go to Windows 2000. What do you mean what happened?
The renderings.
Oh yeah, it's because it's Windows Millennium Edition. Now we're doing ME. Best Microsoft Windows ever. Alright. Is linked to a missing export.
ME users are safe.
Oh.
It is the best operating system.
It is. Windows Millennium Edition for the win. No? Huh. Awesome. I wonder if it's because this is still based on MS-DOS, whereas the other ones were all built on NT.
It's possible.
All right, Windows Millennium Edition users are safe. We still have text files and pictures. Cool. Hey, and I don't have to delete this virtual machine. Eight. Yep, same thing. Same thing as ME. Wonder, is there anything we can do to get it to run? name, Microsoft. Internal name, disk part. My mouse is 16.04. My mouse is... Alright. Ubuntu 16.04 with wine. No. It doesn't like it. Why doesn't it like it? Oh, there we go. It's like almost here.
Can you install WinRAR?
Yep, I guess I'm gonna have to install WinRAR. Doesn't like that either. Oh, it wants the... Where's home? Alright, now can I run it? No? Oh. There. Install. So far, so good. Okay. Okay. Want to open with WinRAR. Is this gonna work? Oh, it worked. It worked. What the crap?
Okay, run it.
Okay, okay, here we go. We're gonna run WannaCry on Ubuntu. Is it working? Is it gonna come up? Is it gonna come up?
There's no way you can set your background.
Oh my goodness! It encrypted my files. Are these still okay though? No! Wow, it worked! Oh, it's putting stuff on the desktop. We haven't had the pop-up yet though, but it's got a lot of stuff running. No, I think... Well, it didn't pop up the thing. What if...
You can run the executable.
Yeah. Is it gonna work? No. It did encrypt everything though.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, is other stuff encrypted? I don't think I had anything else on this. should have put stuff elsewhere. Well, it was only a directory back, so. Huh. It works on.
They don't want the Bitcoin though.
Yeah, I guess they don't want the Bitcoin. I guess you're just screwed if you're running Linux. You're doubly screwed. Okay, I guess WannaCry works on Ubuntu. Kind of. If you want it to.